And now, 6 Sports presents the Dean Trailways 5th Quarter.
Well, after just over 5 months off, the iconic Dean Trailways 5th quarter has made a return as high school football began tonight in our first big game of the year. Featured Lansing Sexton and Lansing Everett. Thanks as always for tuning in. I'm Ian Kress.
And I'm Haley Schoengart. Both teams made the playoffs last year, and for the Vikings, they were playing this game without head coach Jaleel Canty due to an ejection he received last year in the team's playoff loss to East Lansing. And as if the Vikings needed any more motivation, they were also seeking their first Week 1 victory over Sexton since 2021. After getting on the board first, it didn't take long for Everett QB Najee Davidson to whip something else up. This time he finds Karan Turnley for a 9-yard score, which helps put the Vikings in front 13-0 with 11 minutes to go in the second quarter. And you know this duo would be out and about tonight as well. Davidson with his 3rd touchdown pass of the first half. How about a 47-yard deep ball to Saginaw Valley State commit Mason Chadwell? That would set Everett up 21-0 at the break. And I got to give a shout out to the Everett defense because they showed no mercy. Here is Turnley with the sack. The Vikings get their revenge, 28-0 the final. And this win is extra sweet for this Viking squad.
It means a lot because we've talked since the whole summer knowing he wasn't going to be able to coach, and he's told me how much he trusted me to take this role on for this week. So it means a lot to be able to get the win for him because the trust he put into me.
Just knowing like we don't got him there, but he's still here. We knew our game plan. We knew what we was coming to do, and that was to win, and we did that.
Certainly quite the statement on opening night, that's for sure. Well, from one Vikings team to another, the Hazlitt Vikings open this season with a big-time matchup at home against DeWitt.
The Panthers have won 6 straight season openers and have been a bit of a boogeyman for the Vikings. DeWitt has won 19 consecutive meetings against Hazlitt, a streak that dates back to 2005 and includes regular season and playoff games.
Ooh, that is quite the streak, and this rivalry brought out a packed house as Hazlitt had the students ready to go, and the DeWitt student section, aka the Zim Zone, traveled well. And if you like points, get ready for this one. DeWitt led 28-14 after the first quarter and added to the lead with Elliot Larner launching a deep ball to his brother Abram Larner for a 49-yard touchdown. So how does Hazlitt respond down 21 points? Eric Lardy, the quarterback, is going to connect with sophomore Jaquavion Thomas for a Vikings touchdown, and we now have a 14-point game once again. But when DeWitt got the ball back, Elliot Larner hands the ball off to Abram Larner, and Abram just does the rest from there. It's another long touchdown for the Panthers, who go up 42-21 still in the second quarter. And guess what? Hazlitt had an answer. This time it's 4-star junior running back Corey Amakri slicing through the defense and heading straight towards our camera. I see you, my dude, but DeWitt would say, I see you and I raise you. As soon as the Panthers got the ball back, Elliot Larner is off to the races, adding 6 more points to the DeWitt lead. I'm going to say hop, skip, and a do for fun because what can't this DeWitt offense do? The Panthers roll to a 69-42 win over Hazlitt, and will now get ready for a Week 2 matchup at Mason next week.
Over at East Lansing, the Trojans welcomed in Portage Central. At the break, EL had a 17-7 lead. It is still week 1, so the camera lady, aka me, was a little rusty. No need to fear, though. I caught up with Duarte Sams Jr. just in time to see him get into the end zone for 6. That pushes the Trojans' lead to 17. And then in the fourth quarter, how about some defense into offense on this fine Friday night? Jalen Gillespie Lane somehow ends up with the football and takes it all the way to the house. East Lansing cruises to victory, 31-7, the final.
So while these early season matchups are often quite a chance for teams to play teams they don't typically get to see, two local programs are quite familiar with one another, and they were battling for a trophy in week one as the Cedar Street Rivalry Trophy between Holt and Mason renewed for the fourth consecutive year. And we bring in the third member of our team now, Tyler Driesinga, who has more on who took home the hardware.
Hey guys, yeah, Mason is 2-1 against Holt since the rivalry picked back up in 2021. Prior to that, the teams hadn't played since 1988, but the rivalry dates all the way back to the 1950s. Holt leads the all-time series between the neighboring towns with a 21-13-3 record. Here's a look at the trophy at stake. We pick up the action early in the third quarter. The Bulldogs clinging to a 17-7 lead. Kason Carswell drops back to pass and finds Sam Corey in the corner of the end zone. He gets the foot down inbounds and puts the Bulldogs up 23-7. Holt looking for an answer, but the Mason defense came to play tonight. Wyatt Ball knocks the ball free, and Zach Wells pounces on it to get the ball back for Mason. He's fired up right in front of his own bench, as he should be. On the ensuing drive, Carswell drops back, and his feet get tangled up with his running back. Cooper Benson gets home for the Rams sack. Holt held Mason to a field goal attempt on that drive. Colin Winters knocks it through to make it 26-7. And that would be the final score. The Bulldogs retain the Cedar Street Rivalry Trophy, a confidence-boosting win for Gary Houghton and his young team.
It's always sweet to get off on the right foot and get a win, especially in a rivalry that's this old between Mason and Holt. It's just a beautiful thing to bring the community together, and with this team being as young as we are, we saw a lot tonight, and I think we got a lot to work on.
Yeah, obviously with the young team that we have, graduating as many as we did, going out here getting the first win's huge for our confidence, huge for the younger guys in particular, and having some young guys score the touchdowns too. Frankie and Luke Goss, freshman and sophomore, that was huge for the team.
Well, staying with the team from the CAAC Red, Fowlerville went on the road to take on Corunna. Corunna beat Fowlerville 40-0 last season, so how would the Cavs show similar dominance tonight? Fowlerville on the move, and Wyatt Soley looking for Will Schrader, but it's picked off as Oda Wilkerson takes it away. Fowlerville would stay aggressive, though, as here's Wyatt Soley to Dylan Soley, and he's able to keep his balance to find the end zone. Fowlerville was able to tie the game on this pass, a 50-yarder from Soley to Will Schrader, as he is going to take it all the way to the Casa. However, Corunna is going to hold on to win this game 21-14. Well, it's time for us to take our first break of the day, but when we come back, we head to Pewamo, Westphalia for a matchup there's no doubt the Pirates have been looking forward to since last season ended.
That's right, the Pirates faced North Muskegon, the same team that beat them by just 1 point in the regional championship last fall. Plus, you see it right here, the Fowler offense scored 49 points or more 7 different times last season. Find out if the Eagles could light up the scoreboard again tonight against Hudson after the break.
Tune in every Friday during 6 News at noon for Foodie Friday, this week featuring the Sugar Shack, and you'll have a chance to pick up a half-price gift certificate when you tune in.
At Young Chevrolet, we have a great selection of Silverados in stock that you can drive starting at just $267 a month. Remember, that's Young Chevrolet in Owasso, St. John's, and Ionia. Come see the Young family today.
Donald Trump's out for control, and he has a plan to get it.
Detailed plans for exactly what our movement will do.
It's called Project 2025, a 922-page blueprint to give Trump unchecked power, using the Justice Department to seek vengeance, monitoring women's pregnancies, cutting Medicare and Social Security. Those are Donald Trump's plans. He'll take control, we'll pay the price.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Hi, I'm Nate Denbor, and with my family, we welcome you to Window World. Window World offers the best quality products at the very best price. Right now, get 5 windows and a patio door installed for $68.50 or $91 a month.
The Labor Day sale event is going on now at ABC Warehouse. Hurry in for massive savings store-wide. Get this Frigidaire 30-inch gas range for just $446 or less. Only at ABC Warehouse, the closest thing to wholesale.
When it comes to hearing aids, one size doesn't fit all. Let our doctors of audiology find the right fit for your listening needs, lifestyle, and communication goals.
Hearing starts here at Advanced Audiology.
I have congestive heart failure, and it takes a lot of medication to get me through the week. and I could never afford it without my Medicare. Mike Rogers took more money from the drug industry than 95% of the House of Representatives. 95%. And voted against letting Medicare negotiate lower prices 4 times. Rogers has been a champion for the drug industry, but it's seniors like me who need a champion. DSCC is responsible for the content of this ad.
In Michigan, we know what a functioning border looks like, but no one's proud of what's happening at our southern border, and everyone in Washington's to blame. I'm Melissa Slotkin. I've spent my life protecting the homeland. That's why I've introduced more border security legislation than any congressman from Michigan, including a new law giving the Border Patrol more resources to crack down on cartels, because it's their fentanyl poisoning our communities. I approve this message because every country deserves to know who and what is coming across its borders.
Mattress Source's huge Labor Day sale is going on now. Get bonus savings on adjustable bases. Save big on Capital Bedding's Touch of Softness. Sleep cool and comfortable with extra firm or plush gel hybrid mattresses or 2-sided flippables. Save huge at the Mattress Source during our Labor Day sale.
At Young Chevrolet, we have a great selection of Silverados in stock that you can drive starting at just $267 a month. Remember, that's Young Chevrolet in Owasso, St. John's, and Ionia. Come see the Young family today.
Welcome back. Last season, Powaba Westphalia lost its season opener to North Muskegon by a field goal. The Pirates then reeled off 10 straight wins to reach the regional championship game, where they once again met North Muskegon and came up just 1 point short. As you might imagine, the Pirates have been anxious to get going since they looked at the calendar and saw this fall's season opener was another rematch with the Norsemen. This one came down to the wire once again, points at a premium. Late in the fourth quarter, the Pirates convert on a 4th and short. That sets up this short touchdown run by Braden Thalen, cutting the Pirate deficit down to 7-6. After North Muskegon jumped off sides on the extra point attempt, Jeremy Miller and the Pirates decide to go for 2 and the lead. And Thalen rumbles in once again to put PW on top. The Pirates hang on for a huge win, 8-7 the final, avenging the sour taste of their losses to North Muskegon last season.
And across the way over in Eagle Country, Fowler welcomed in Hudson, and the Eagles would strike first, courtesy of a QB sneak from Jacob Hoffman. The Tigers would dial up a response not too much later. Brennan Marshall would dash in for the score to tie things up 6-6. But this would be all Eagles from there tonight. Here, Hoffman connects with Asher Kinishnek. John Spicer and his Eagles get the win, 20-6 the final.
And staying in the CMAC, Bath made the playoffs last year and welcomed in Chesaning for the season opener. The Bees told us at two-a-days they want to throw the ball a lot more, and Jay Chrysler throws it down the sideline to senior Ethan Wicks for a big-time gain. Then it's going to be Chrysler keeping the ball himself on the QB keep, weaving his way through the defense. He's going to step out at the 1-yard line as Bath opened the game on nearly an 8-minute opening drive and capped it off with a short run from Nolan Rowley. And then when Chesaning got the ball back, though, they would waste no time finding the end zone. First play from scrimmage, Braden Florian takes the handoff down the sideline and will not be caught or tackled, giving the Indians a 7-6 lead as Chesaning goes on to beat Bath 52-12. Well, Williamston and Lansing Catholic both reached the postseason last year, but neither program made it out of districts.
And tonight, Lansing Catholic opened the season with an impressive 35-28 win over the Hornets.
Yeah, another impressive win in the CAAC White was Portland's 39-25 victory on the road over Detroit Country Day. Tyler?
Wow.
Yeah, it's time for our final break of the night, but when we come back, the reigning state champion Jackson Lumen Christi Titans began their quest for a three-peat at home, and we'll unveil a new segment taking a look at the top hits our cameras caught in week 1. What better signal that football is back than the pop of the pads? That's next on the Dean Trailways 5th Quarter.
The Dean Trailways 5th Quarter is sponsored by Dean Trailways of Michigan.
Call it a sense of purpose, a higher calling. At Dean Transportation, we call it our passion. It's simply who we are. 60 years of pioneering the best health and safety standards because safe student transportation is essential. We are hard-working folks, connecting children to learning, schools to our communities, and you to a better career. Want to make Mid-Michigan a better place? We'll put you in the driver's seat. Join the Dean family today and help to connect our kids to brighter futures.
Lowe's knows Labor Day calls for one final summer celebration. That's why we've got the Labor Day deals you need to end one season and start the next. Get great deals in-store or online today.
Skill is a game changer. And when the doctors you know and trust team up with one of the nation's top health systems, the possibilities are endless. Sparrow is now University of Michigan Health Sparrow. So together, we can bring more specialized expertise, more of the latest treatments, and more of the best possible care closer to you. Together, more is possible at University of Michigan Health Sparrow.
For those ready to answer adventure's highest calling, we've built our most capable Subaru yet. Sure-footed, symmetrical, all-wheel drive, 9.5 inches of ground clearance, plus 97% of Outback vehicles sold in the last 10 years are still on the road today. The 2025 Subaru Outback Wilderness. Adventure elevated.
Visit us at Williams Subaru today for the Subaru A Lot to Love event.
Good helps keep people safe. Good keeps watch. Good cares for people, feeds people, and keeps things running. We're MDOC, and Good works here. Come join us. We offer great pay and benefits, paid training, and we have immediate openings for corrections officers, healthcare and mental health professionals, food service staff, and more. Go to michigan.gov/MDOC jobs to learn more.
At Jackson College, you'll find a community dedicated to shaping your education and your future. Our team of faculty and staff are here to support you every step of the way. Jackson College, you belong here.
Register now.
We can't wait to meet you.
Welcome back. Jackson Lumen Christi's second consecutive state championship last fall was the program's 13th all-time, tying them with Farmington Hills Harrison for the most in state history. Their quest for title number 14 began tonight against Michigan Center. The Titans are loaded with talent again this fall, as only 10 of the players on last year's roster were seniors. Herb Brogan and his Titans back in front of the home fans. First drive of the game, the Titans are facing a 3rd and 15, but Timmy Crowley airs it out and connects with Cash Kalahar for the first down. Cadell Williams had 276 rushing yards in that state title game last year. He picked up where he left off tonight, punches it in from a few yards out to open the scoring, but the Cardinals came to play too. On their first drive on offense, Hayden Hinkle fires a jump pass to Travar Collins. He cuts back across the field and has all kinds of room to run before he's finally brought down by Josh Dumont. A few plays later, Hinkle swings it out to Braylon Brown, and he gets to the corner of the end zone to even the score, but the Titan offense was just too much tonight. First play after the ensuing kickoff, Isaac Rayberg takes the inside handoff, bounces off a tackler, keeps his footing, then shakes a couple more arm tackles, rumbling down the field for a huge gain. The Titans roll to a 49-21 win to open the season.
All right, well, thanks for joining us over here, Tyler.
Yeah, nice to see you.
Yeah, it was a fun way to close out the show. We thought of a cool little segment. Obviously, my name's Ian. She's Tyler. Or she's Haley. He's Tyler. Sorry, this is a crazy show. And if you put the first letter of our name together, any ideas what it spells?
Hit.
There you go.
Clever, clever. We love a play on words. So we decided to show off the best hit we each captured during our games tonight. You know, since a random hit in the third quarter doesn't always make air.
Yeah, going back to DeWitt Hazlitt, Central Michigan commit Jadon Bender was a heat-seeking missile and laid the lumber on his opponent, knocking him out of bounds. And a hit like this, of course, will lead to a little bit of trash talk as well.
Well, from one CMU commit to another, our second hit comes on a play that didn't count, but it was too cool not to show. Cadell Williams hurdles a guy, lays the wood, and stiff arms another guy on his way to the end zone. An angry run, but unfortunately, hurdling is not allowed at the high school level, so this came back on a personal foul penalty.
And our third hit of the night comes from our big game, Lansing Sexton versus Lansing Eastern. You just saw it right there. Sexton was trying to generate some offense. TJ Benson said, not on my watch. Comes out of nowhere. Made sure to flex on him, too, after the big tackle.
Yeah, so had a lot of touchdowns, had a lot of hits.
Yeah,
we had a little bit of everything.
Week one in the books.
Yeah,
we survived, guys.
A little bit of rusty, like most teams, I'm sure, but hey, we'll get better.
I know. Even filming sometimes. They're so fast compared to baseball. Gosh.
Takes some getting used to again. We're back. Get excited.
We do have a fifth quarter tomorrow night as well. Obviously, Michigan State opens up the season against Florida Atlantic, so we hope you'll join us once again for another Dean Trailways fifth quarter.
Yeah, we're back. Happy to be here.
Yeah. Have a good night.